Not as creative this time. Flash floods, yay!
Chickens.
And chickens. And the primeval creatures that have been influenced by the world's discord. Our story this evening continues to follow the adventures of the Measure as they continue to head home in hopes of saving their village of Greystand from a sentient ironwood tree long forgotten. During our session tonight, those of you in chat will be interacting with you all to the best of our ability, but so as to not to break the flow of our roleplay, we will be primarily interacting with you via chat as opposed to verbally. Take a short break around 9:30 though, and when we come back from said break, we'll have a few moments, check in with all of you lovely people out there and see how you're doing, and of course, last but not least, be excellent to each other. Before we jump into tonight's chaos, just a couple things to go through. Yurko, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Yurko. I run a Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition actual play podcast starring our very own JT and Sora. They play a Bruja and a Malkavian, respectively. If you're into vampires or drama or three very silly people trying to be dramatic vampires, you should check out our show. It's called Kindred of New York. You could find it on you could search for it on pretty much any podcast platform, but I also have a link for you right here in chat. You can check that out, any of those platforms, or my YouTube channel if you want to take a look at what we do.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm done.
Thank you.
Da-da-da.
You're welcome.
Sora's in a chicken suit.
Again.
I really wish I could just see your reaction in real time when I say that. We're having some technical difficulties tonight, so we're not able to see each other in the moment like we normally are. Go ahead. Sorry, Sora.
My punishment is a kind of lingerie top tonight, so.
Just adding to the menagerie of punishment.
Yeah, before we know it, it's gonna be like a shark costume over top the chicken costume and inflatable dinosaur or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, the T-Rex.
Yeah.
Inflatable T-Rex.
Only if it looks like the shark has eaten the chicken, though. So, like, your head has to be inside the mouth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Weird.
Okay. Very specific, I know. So, yes. Hopefully Sora remembers to upload the VOD.
Yeah.
week.
Which reminds me, if you are watching, please remember to like and subscribe and hit the bell so you can be notified when we're doing the thing.
Insert bell noise. Ding, ding.
Ding ding.
Dingy.
So.
Dingy.
Something to bring up real quick before I do a recap from last week's session. We're here tonight on the 23rd, and then we're going to be back again on the 30th, which is next Tuesday. And then on the 6th, we will be here, but we will all be together.
Here.
Live.
I'm so excited. Here live in person. We're going to be doing an episode of Welcome to Greystand, and I cannot wait to be sitting at the table with all these wonderful people. So,
To hug you home.
So that's super exciting, and I can't wait. And we are also that weekend. We are going to be that'll be the weekend of February 3rd and the 4th. We're going to be at the Florida Ren Fair, so keep an eye out for us and say hello. With all that being said, I think that's about it. Nobody has anything else? The shaking of heads doesn't work here because I can't see you. Okay, everybody's good.
We're all good. We're all good.
All right, great.
How did you know I shook my head then?
I'm just, it's a feeling. Last time on Welcome to Greystand, Tim and Ulrich, the session started with Tim and Ulrich continuing their watch from the night before. Some discussion between the two of them. The noticing of Lilius's protection falling away from around them. Ulrich exposing some personal information to Tim. And noticing as well that the woods around them as the protection is fading away. It's definitely starting to feel a lot more like Home's forest, as danger seems to be all around. In the night, Rarissa had a nightmare bringing her back to Greystand, where she had a walk through town and was accosted by Levana Treespark, and suddenly the appearance of a colossal scaled Myrna appeared. All the dream in general ending in Rarissa being crushed by debris being thrown from behind. The next, when the morning comes, Rarissa and Rena discuss the dream. Jules is found to be in, and Uthal, both in a state of not being able to get much rest the night before. But eventually, after getting food in them and having discussion about what's next, the measure headed out into the forest once again, where they stumbled upon a furbolg that they named Chuck, and asked for his aid in the fight against Myrna, providing him with a letter to bring to his people as a way of hoping to persuade them. During the conversation with Chuck, Cassidy had made an offhanded comment about herself, down-talking herself, and in an attempt to give some moral support, Jules approached her, telling her not to be so hard on herself, to which Cassidy realized she does not know who Jules is, all memory of him seeming to have been having disappeared from her mind. The measure continued on through the forest, coming across a earth elemental, and then eventually a friendly earth elemental, actually. And then, not too long after, being snuck up on by a flash flood, as Gatia does. And as the flash flood crashed down on the measure, Rena and Uthal begin to be swept away. Jules reaches out and grabs Rena, and Rena has the realization that a stranger is holding on to her arm. Let's get the proper music going here.
Yes, Colby.
What?
I just wanted to use a highlight. Never done it before.
Oh. Lovely. All right. The flash flood has created a torrent of water that is washing away Uthal and Rena. You are grasping the hand of a stranger.
Gonna let go. I just saw the panic on everybody's face. I get to see it in real time. Sorry. It's probably a yell followed by her letting go. So.
Okay, so because I'm not going to let you have that easily.
Right.
This is going to be, we're going to treat this like an opposed grapple.
Okay.
So you can pick acrobatics or athletics, and I have to roll athletics to hold on to you.
All right. $24.
Oh.
Wow.
I have a +8 to my acrobatics.
I thought I had you.
Yeah.
I rolled a 21.
21.
Wow. All right. Well, you look up at him. This expression comes across your face, and it takes him a moment, but it suddenly dawns on him what's happening, and you go to pull your hand away, and he goes to grab, and he manages to grip for a second. But as I previously stated in the last session, when you woke up, you were soaking wet, and you just slip from his hands and into the water. What are the rest of you doing as this happens?
Panicking.
Yeah,
Casting air
beyond
bubble.
trying to survive. I feel like Tim's thing's the most important out of what we just said.
No, I love using air bubble.
Is air bubble a touch spell, a range spell?
Ranged up to 60 feet.
Okay.
There you go.
I will say
But
I
can
will
he
say
see me?
that you can. Okay, you know what? That is a good point. Give me a perception roll.
Not that I want to drown.
As soon as she would have like let go, Tim would have been like, yes, air bubble. But
Okay. Well,
How?
I will allow you to air bubble Rena, but Uthal is currently out of sight.
yeah, gonna start booking it. That was a 16 on perception.
How high is the water's depth as we are now?
You can't tell. Not in these conditions. It is raining very heavily. The water is rushing. It's getting deep pretty quick, though. You guys were able to find high ground fast enough, but that water level is rising quickly. Let's see.
Can I try to make a makeshift lasso out of the rope in my explorer's pack and wing it at Uthal or Rena, whoever's closer?
Rena's going to be closest, and let's see.
I am not proficient in lassoing.
Yeah. Thank you for clarification.
I do not have the whip.
Basically, you're just going to be rolling dexterity. Roll a d20, add your dex modifier, and I will set the DC.
All right, I'm going to use my dice from last time. That was generous. See if it's behaving again
Hold on,
today.
before you roll, who are you trying to aim for?
Rena.
Okay. All right. I will. Give me a perception roll, please.
And
first.
Yeah, I was going to say what I'm doing obviously takes a bit of time to do, so to get in the bag and
Yeah.
lace up the rope.
All right. So perception roll first.
1?
A 1.
Yes, that means I can see 1 humans, right?
Too bad she's not human.
Okay. So.
Neither of them are.
Oh,
Yep.
shucks.
So I will allow you to do your dex roll, but the DC is going to be very high. Because you're basically going to be guessing where you do this lasso.
Well, Rena,
Yee.
it was nice knowing you.
Yeah.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 4. I'm trying to find my dex mod. I think it's like a 3.
Okay.
Previously, the rock was the one being fished for. Now the rock is doing the fishing.
I mean, that makes more sense to me that I would be an anchor.
Yeah. All
Yep.
right. Well, unfortunately, you said it was a +3.
No, I lied. It was a +1, so my total is 5.
5. Yeah, you definitely you throw the rope out and it just slaps onto the water and it undoes the lasso in the process. Rena,
Mm-hmm.
as you're being rushed down the river, you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
What was the situation with the rest of us who passed our...
You are on higher ground, Anakin.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're on higher ground. So this is basically like a flash flood, like a river, right? Am I understanding correctly?
Yes. Give me 1 second before you do anything,
Okay.
because this is at the top of the round. I am, letting those being swept away to do something.
Okay.
Rena, and I'm going to roll for Uthal also. You are going to have to give me a dex save to see if you can get yourself out of this.
Mm-hmm. Is that an ability check, or is that something different technically?
That's a saving throw.
Okay, alright, sorry. I'm just making sure. I still have a disadvantage on ability checks, so I should have rolled that acrobatics roll at disadvantage, right?
Why do you have remind me why you have a disability?
I have exhaustion.
You had a bad dream.
You do.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm not going to have you roll again for that dex save earlier because you failed anyway.
Okay, alright, that's fine.
Oh wait, no, you said. We're going to consider this a fail because you're getting injured.
You probably should have held on. So maybe that was the failure.
Maybe.
What was I rolling?
Dex save, please.
Well, so I got a 3 for a total
Okay.
of 8.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is not enough. You and Uthal both continue to get rushed down this flood. Let me roll determine something. Who wants to be a fate dealer?
Me.
Oh no.
All right. Well,
Everybody.
Amber said first. Give me a high or low.
Low.
I don't think that was Amber.
Okay, I heard Amber say it afterwards. It's okay. All right. I need Rena. Wait. Actually, hold on. Rena, I need you to give me a dex save again.
All right. 12.
You are getting just pushed down the water, and you have this moment you come up for air, and you hear a cracking noise as this tree, the roots have been exposed, the water washing away the ground beneath it, and it just falls towards you. But you're able to get down under the water again in time to get out of the way of this tree crashing down on you.
Okay.
So you don't take any additional damage. All right, Ulrich.
Okay, so let me do some calculations in my head real quick. Or maybe you tell me if I can.
Okay.
With how fast the water is pulling them away, would I be able to keep up at all if I were to cast Longstrider?
Yeah.
All right. So this is a very serious moment. It's going to be undercut by the fact that Ulrich still doesn't know that he doesn't have to eat the grasshopper legs. No, wait, no. Wrong spell. Jump. Sick. Okay. Longstride, he just eats dirt. There's dirt all over the place. I love the forest. So I'm going to grab some dirt off the ground, and I'm going to cast Longstrider,
Okay.
which that is an action. And just going to be trying to keep pace, try to get closer to Rena. Ulrich has a favorite. He's going after Rena.
Uh-huh. Okay. Gotcha.
I'm not entirely sure what the next step is. It probably involves some rope, but I have a feeling. Do you have further complications before I continue?
No, I do not have further
Okay.
complications. So you're using your action to run and keep up with Rena, and that's pretty much what you're doing right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you want to grab my rope on the way? Because it's already out.
I mean, I have rope. You might need your rope.
Okay.
I appreciate trying to help. I like the teamwork, but I should not leave you ropeless.
Okay.
Hopeless is a terrible thing.
All right. So this is kind of like a loose turn order, so forgive me. But so Yurkos uses action. He's moving or I'm sorry, Ulrich. What's everybody else doing? Does anybody have anything they want to attempt?
Yeah, I'm gonna run after Uthal.
Very nice.
Okay. Do you have any way of speeding yourself up? Or are you
I
just gonna
do
dash?
not. I'll just dash.
Okay, I need you to give me a perception roll also because he is further ahead. He's a big boy, but he was already floating down the river when Rena got grabbed, so she kind of
Right.
didn't fall in at the same time technically.
That's a 17.
Okay, I'm going to say that you could spot him, but you're going to have to use your action to dash and catch up to where he is.
Perfectly fine.
Let me see if there's anything that I can do here. Nope. Okay. All right. Well. All right. So, Rena, go ahead and give me your dex save.
That is. Hold on. I rolled double digits this time, so that's promising. 16?
Oh.
No.
You just barely managed to grab hold onto the side. You are still getting pulled by the water, but you have stopped yourself and you have gained control of your momentum.
Okay.
But the water is still pushing you. You're probably going to need help to get out.
Okay.
Tim, you are running to keep up with Uthal, and you see that he is rushing toward this large, like, rock in the middle of the path of this newly formed rushing river, and he disappears for a second, and all of a sudden he just comes shooting out of the water and just lands perfectly on both feet on top of this rock with his hands out, like keeping bow.
Jesus Christ.
I rolled a natural 20.
He just
Fucking
shunted
God.
himself out of the water.
Yeah.
Well done, sir.
That was terrifying!
Not even Gatia can stop this man.
Love it.
I can picture him just standing there going, bracing!
Well, I'd love to celebrate, but there's no time. Let's make haste. Rena might still be in danger.
Right!
And then we'll run after her.
Yep, he leaps off of his little rock to solid ground and starts running with you. So this is everybody's opportunity to do something. Rena is holding on for dear life.
I'm gonna attempt to catch up and use my silly lasso if I can.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Where is Jules?
Keeping pace with the rest of you.
Okay.
He's running with the group.
I was gonna say if he was like ahead of us, then I was gonna teleport to him.
Let me see. Let's see how well he is moving.
This is a bad time to remember that I forgot my water.
Yep.
Like to drink?
Yeah.
Chickens don't need water.
Meh.
Chicken? That's not true.
Yes, it is. I read it
He's-
somewhere.
He's almost keeping pace with Ulrich, who is going faster than he normally would be.
Yeah, my movement speed is 50 feet at the moment.
Yeah. I did a roll to determine how fast he's moving, and I rolled very high. So he's not neck and neck with you. Like, he's still back like 10 feet, but he's keeping pace. So you could teleport to him.
Yeah, she would teleport to him and then just try to keep up.
Yeah, he'd grab your hand when you appeared and just kind of like try and pull you along with him. Anybody else? Ulrich, you have your action again.
I have my action. Okay.
Yeah.
I am going to tie one end of my 50 feet of rope
Mm-hmm.
around my wrist.
Okay.
and I'm going to toss the rest of it to Jules / Marissa and say, secure this somewhere. And Ulrich is going in after Rena. Not,
Okay.
quite immediately. He wants to secure first.
Okay.
He's not that dramatic.
Jules looks at you, Marissa, and he starts looking around for a place to secure it. What's your sleight of hand?
Who?
Marissa.
6.
Okay. Jules is going to help you, so you could roll with advantage to get this secured quickly and securely.
Do I need to roll it?
Yeah.
Oh.
With advantage.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
You do this.
Jules is helping you. Your modifier's higher than his.
18.
Ooh, okay, yeah. You find a hardy tree stump. The tree stump of the tree that just crashed. And it is secure, Ulrich.
All right, fantastic. So, where's Rena in relation to the bank of this river? I guess it feels wrong calling it that. It's only been a river for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, but that's the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
New or old, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's true. I shouldn't gatekeep rivers. That's my bad. I'm sorry, everyone.
That's what
Sorry-
dams
sorry,
are for.
rivers.
That's
right?
Oh,
Hey, you do got a river back in Greystan.
maybe if he's still fucking alive.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, who
Eh.
knows? Who could possibly know?
There will still be a river back in Greystan.
Yeah.
Just on the bright side.
We don't have beavers.
Okay. Anyway, she's
All of us do.
about, we'll say she's
What's-
about 10 to 15 feet away from where you are.
Hasn't
where I
Rena
am.
suffered enough?
Hmm.
Oh man.
To get to her, I'm gonna say either athletics or acrobatics with advantage because you have the support of the rope to keep you from getting swept away.
Ooh, acrobatics with advantage, please.
If you can succeed on the roll, then I will not make you do an additional roll to pull her out.
That's a 23.
Yeah, that's enough. That's definitely enough. Rena, you are hoisted out with the assistance of Ulrich, and with the rope attached to your wrist, it should be easy enough for you to get out as well.
Kind of fuck up his shoulder. But
probably.
I guess
actually.
if that's the worst that happens.
Yeah, yeah. Someone drown or die, or my shoulder hurts.
Rena's like making eye contact with Ulrich and looking around for Uthal. She saw him get
Uthal-
swept away, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Uthal is visible.
Okay.
He's running alongside Tim. They're on the other side of this river.
Okay.
What's everybody else doing?
I'm wrapping up my measly little lasso and getting ready to help reel the rope in.
Okay. Anybody else? Anything?
I'm gonna shout encouraging words to Rena. Be the fish.
Wow.
No.
Fish are slippery.
Fish stay in the river.
No, get
Rena-
caught.
Ulrich holds on to her tighter. Just like, no.
Oh yeah. Yep. Alex like, shut the fuck, Tim. Shut the fuck up. Love you, Tim.
Rena's eyes follow to Jules and it's like, who the fuck is that?
Doesn't matter. We're your friends. Get out of the fucking water.
Yeah, Ulrich's not answering. Is she out of the
Yeah,
river
I
at this
thought I
point?
got
or-
pulled
Yeah.
out, yeah.
Okay.
You hoisted her out.
Okay. Ulrich is catching his breath for a second. It's Jules.
I don't know who the fuck that is. Why is he near my sister?
Okay, just... You don't remember him, but he is with us. Just... Let's just take a minute. We'll explain, okay?
Jules is looking at Rena and he looks to you, Marissa, and he says, I don't like this. I
Neither
don't
do
know
I.
what's happening.
Well,
It-
at least we got confirmation that it's some sort of enchantment, I guess. Just wish we knew how to break it.
He nods in agreement. Well, it's a good thing I have the name tag. And he motions to the parchment on his shirt with his name on
Oh,
it.
right.
Yeah, because you did that last session.
Rena.
Um,
Cassidy has a piece of paper. Just... Cassidy, will you hand that to Rena and just read it, alright?
Here you go.
Cassidy probably needs a refresher too. Every time she looks
Probably.
away from Jules, she forgets who he is anyway.
Oh, okay.
Just gonna read the paper and look really angry and really confused.
Go ahead,
Sorry,
please.
no, just the fuck is happening?
We don't know. Okay? I mean, a lot is happening.
While you're all standing around and Rena is reading this letter, the rushing river is gradually slowing down and eventually is just moving at a slow, manageable pace. What are we doing? It's midday.
Where's Hope?
Hope is
A
actually
student.
probably in this moment running over to Rena and checking on her. Wordlessly. Kind of like, like touching you and making sure you're, not reacting negatively, I suppose, and just looking really concerned and confused. And everybody at this point, you're all just soaking wet. I was going to say she looks like a wet rat, but I suppose everybody does.
Rena,
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
No, please.
Rena's just gonna put her hands on Hope's shoulders and just nod to be like, I'm okay. Like, I don't know how else to convey that, like, but,
She nods back.
so.
What were you going to say, Ulrich?
Are you gonna keep going, Rena?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. She'll glance at Ulrich, but then she's just turning and looking at Marissa and Jules again. Just kind of not glaring, but very confused, very unsure. Obviously, she probably already forgot about him once again.
Yeah, which you
So-
looked at Ulrich, right? If it works the
Yeah.
same as Cassidy?
If he has left her view, yes. Rena,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere amongst all of this, you took 2 points of acid damage.
Acid?
Acid?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Damn.
What?
You don't know what from. You don't know what from.
This isn't Kieran?
Oh, Jesus.
Anyway.
Home game reference.
Yeah.
Where? Where did I take this acid damage? Just all over my fucking body? Or like...
Somewhere in your torso region.
Ow.
Like maybe on your arm or your back, perhaps.
Okay. I don't like that. Well, she probably looks a little stiff then, I suppose.
Alaric will try to help her to her feet if she can.
She will do.
You take 2 more points of acid damage.
What is happening?
Shit.
Okay,
It's.
okay.
I imagine she reels somewhat. Yes.
Probably,
What'd you say?
yeah.
Reels.
Yeah.
That was pun not
Fishing
intended.
joke.
I'm so sorry. I'm so fucking sorry, everyone. I'm a clown.
It was perfect.
I know it wasn't intentional, but fucking hilarious.
Flip it.
We're just gonna say it's her back or something, but she's gonna just tense
It's
up.
your
and-
hands.
It's my hands this time?
As you're helped up.
Oh.
So, like, when Alaric touches her, it hurts on her hands.
It does, yes. Assuming he touches her hands.
Yeah, like her
Oh.
her arms maybe.
Okay, your arms then, yes.
Okay.
We're all there.
She's gonna kind of yelp a bit and I guess fall back or scoot away from him or something. The fuck happened? Like,
Alaric's like concerned, like he thinks that he hurt her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What happened?
am I like sizzling or something? Like,
No,
oh, okay.
no.
I don't know. That hurt.
Touching him?
Do you have something on your hands?
I mean, Alaric will look at his hands.
You have nothing on your hands that you can see.
I'll untie the rope while I'm at it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me have a look at you.
At me or her?
You know what? Why not both? Just don't touch each other. Doesn't seem to be doing anyone any good. Wow. All right, no comment on that.
Yep, we all let it go like Elsa.
Rena looks really confused.
We're gonna start with some medicine check while I work on a 10-minute casting of detect magic.
Okay, so go ahead and give me your medicine check. You're going to be doing this on both of them?
Yes.
Okay. How do you go about this medicine check? Is it visual?
Oh, well, mostly I'm just gonna be checking out Rena for the medicine check, to see if she's got like the severity of her injuries from this. And that is an 11.
Okay. The skin looks a little sore. I don't want to say a color. What? Because like purple just doesn't sound right if you mix blue and red. Like it looks sore in the places that she points to. While you might not be able to narrow down what the type of damage is, I know the player knows, but whatever it is, it seems like it's minor. But a large exposure to this could be bad. Like,
No hugs.
I'm gonna touch her now. I'm gonna hold her hand
nothing happened.
if she's okay with it.
Give me investigations check, actually, Tim.
Sure.
I love how consent is first and foremost in this room.
Yes.
It's important.
It's good.
Oh.
Yeah, it's good. I'm not
We
joking.
consent here.
Even when you're lost in the
We
woods.
consent here.
That's an 18 total in investigation.
It's really weird. So you don't feel any pain, but you know that she just got pulled out of that river, but her hands, her person, there's just an odd amount of water on her. Like it's not dripping off.
Well, I think I'll need to finish the ritual casting of detect magic first, and then I'll probably use shape water to see if I can slough it off of her.
All right. Well, we will. Is there anything else you're going to do in the investigation of Ulrich? Because I know you were.
Yeah,
doing
I'm gonna
something.
I'm gonna reach out to try offer to hold his hand. I want you to hold my hand, sir.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna do it
In
all right.
friendship, yes.
Tim, you take 2 points of acid damage.
Holy shit, man!
Oh.
What's wrong with you?
Fuck. Oh shit. Okay.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. Wait.
Why are you saying "oh shit"?
Because I touched you and it burned you. What do you?
Did you eat a weird grasshopper leg?
No.
Okay, this is interesting. If you don't mind, I'm gonna touch any exposed skin you have right now, and I'm gonna see if it continues to hurt me.
Okay, not all of it, please. But
Not all
yes.
of it, just in places. Face, neck, forehead.
What else is
Okay.
exposed?
You
What else
touch
is
him
exposed?
again.
Okay,
else is-
true,
yeah.
fine. Okay.
You touch him again. You take a point of acid damage.
Okay, that hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Can you can you lift up your pant leg for me?
Up, not
Fine.
down. Up, not down.
All right, he sets his foot up on one of the exposed overturned logs, knee up, shows some ankle.
Oh,
This
I'm
just
gonna
seems
touch.
so racy.
I'm gonna touch the pant leg first, see if that
Okay.
hurts, and then I'm gonna touch the ankle.
Okay, you take 3
Very
points
gingerly.
of acid damage.
Why are his legs more acidic?
Leggies.
Because of gravity, it all it falls downwards.
That's true.
Well,
Leggies are stronger.
It wells at my feet.
I think that follows the pH scale. Actually, the lower, the stronger the acidic value, right?
That, you know what? You're right, and I hate it.
So am I very basic at the top of
It's
my head?
just pure science. We're just breaking science here for everyone.
Just a little sizzle on the
You
forehead.
just unlocked a core memory back from when I was doing food service.
So you have some sizzling ankles. I'm gonna need you to put those away.
Ulrich tucks his pants back into his boots.
Suddenly, the
Gotcha.
Puritans make a lot more sense.
Okay.
That's it for me until detect magic is done.
Okay. Hold on 1 second.
So, wait, detect magic on me or on him?
It's just a general thing.
Oh, okay.
It affects
it's
my
like
own
an-
eyesight.
Okay.
So
Yeah, it's like an
radar.
aura.
Okay.
Can you? I know what the spell does, but I don't know every detail. Could you post it for me, please?
It is. Oh, it is not posted. Sure,
You posted air
Oh.
bubble.
I did. I love air bubble.
Rena's gonna kind of look between everybody and eyes linger on Ulrich for a minute, and then she's gonna go over to Rarissa and hug her.
You are not burned. Tim, as you are about to cast Detect Magic, I need you to roll me a D100, please.
Okie doke. Let's get out the fancy Tim dice. That is a 28.
28.
Yep.
So, you're getting to the end of your ritual and you're getting ready to say the last few words of this incantation, and you feel like your voice starts to give out, but just at the last second you're able to squeak out the last few words, and the effect occurs, like this plume reveals the magical auras around you. But it was a weird sensation. Maybe it was nothing, but it could have been something, not being able to finish those words.
I don't think I've ever encountered spellcasting impotence. No, I don't like that at all.
So it occurs. You see on Rarissa and on Jules the enchantment aura on them. And then you see one on Ulrich. And you see one on Rena. And you see one on Cassidy. and you even see it on your own hands.
I was gonna say, look at yourself. Look it down, man.
So everyone's affected here in the measure.
The
What about-
5 of you. Just the 5 of you.
Well, that's what I consider the measure. Everyone else is an addendum.
So-
Uthal has no aura. The Goliaths have no aura. Hope does not have one.
So
Did
it's
I
a
miss
measure
the
plus
jewels?
jewels.
Mm-hmm.
Jules has one? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you sharing this with us, Tim?
Well, once Tim looks around at everyone, he goes through you one by one. He starts with Jules and Marissa because he knows. Then Cassidy, obvious, yes. Then Dorina, she was the newest addition. He sees Ulrich, and he sees himself. He bows his head for a minute. Takes a breath. Okay. So, do you all remember me saying how there was an enchantment aura around Jules and Marissa?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've all got it now.
It's that fucking hag.
It's bad enough to have your dreams messed with, and then your memories. I don't have many words other than that hag will pay dearly. And I hope she's listening right now.
So I think she cursed me so that I hurt anyone I touch. And I think she cursed Jules to be forgotten. I don't think she cursed Cassidy or Rena to forget. So might do to be on the lookout for something else that might come up.
Yeah, we have personalized curses. That's okay. Yeah, it's personal. Cool. Fantastic. No lines.
If anybody looks at Rena, like, honestly, she looks visibly, like, scared. It's probably not something she's ever really been around everyone before. Like, she's holding really tight under Ursa.
Oh, Marissa's holding right back, too.
Like, it's like if a little kid was scared the way she's clinging to her sister.
So what do we got on this, Tim? What do we do? How do we fight this?
They could start calling us Death's interior decorator because I tell you right now, there will be repercussions for this fucking hag. Let's go. We're gonna go take down this Myrna tree, and then we're gonna take it to the Feywild. I mean, I don't have anything to dispel curses or magic. Be on the lookout for something like that. I don't know where we find it.
Okay.
We're just gonna have to deal with the hurdles that we have now. There's no way around it right now. The only way through, the only way to get through this is to go through it.
Tim, will you copy Cassidy's Jules page for Rena?
I'm just gonna make one for everyone at this point.
Probably not a bad idea. That is going to be a serious problem, especially if we get into a fight with me or not.
Did we
If
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say that if I can't touch anyone, then that's... I mean... He looks at Rena for a second. I mean, there are worse things. But Jules is going to cause a lot of confusion.
I'm just gonna give you big old puppy dog eyes and say, no more bro hugs. I'm sorry.
Tim, I'm about to give you a big bro hug right now.
One last one? Alright, buddy.
No.
Bring it in.
No. Ulrich
Man, I was
puts his
about to
hands
roll
up.
for damage.
It's still feeling pretty great. It's fine.
Am I missing one? I think I can't touch anyone, and I think Jules is cursed to be forgotten. Are there any other curses that we picked up that we know of?
I should start putting that on the pages too.
Yeah, perhaps.
And include the unknown enchantments on
Yeah.
which persons?
I'm not sure what it is exactly, but I'm feeling like someone's following me, behind me. I see something, but they're not there.
Oh,
Oh, I should probably mention this because apparently it's personalized. I almost wasn't able to ritual cast that spell to see the enchantments. I've never had that problem before, except for like when first learning the spells. Got to get it down, but yeah, it's
Wow.
I don't know if it's related, but I had a nightmare the other night where I drowned, and that's when I woke up soaked. Yeah.
obviously there's something there.
Speaking of, I'll try and use shape water on Rena. See if I can't dry her off.
You attempt to. Well, hold on. I need you to roll me a d100 as you cast the spell.
What?
Joy. Yep.
Tim.
77.
Okay. You cast the spell and you go to move the water off of her body, and it doesn't. It's like it's moving, but it's not coming off.
Why isn't it working, Tim?
I guess this is your curse. Hey, but bonus is that your skin's gonna stay moisturized. You might get a little poopy.
Moisturize me.
No. Do not evoke her.
Her curses to just be wet all the time.
All this is
I mean,
doing.
that's all you've seen it do so far.
All this is doing is reminding me of how I drowned in my dream, and I don't want to keep dealing with this.
I understand. And I'm sorry, but I don't have a way around this right now.
We'll get through this, Rena. It's gonna be a really shitty time ahead, I think, but muscle on. All of us. That's all we can do.
She's having a really hard time making eye contact with you, Ulrich.
Yeah, fucking same, honestly. Are you gonna be okay?
She shakes her head no.
All right. Do we continue on? There's still a whole half of the day left.
Yes. We continue on. And as we move, I'm casting Identify on this rock.
What?
Oh.
On the earth orb. Touched by the earth elemental.
Right.
Damn, hold on.
You can get that to me later if you like.
No, it's a quick find. Hold on,
Okay.
hold on. It is, saw it. It is emitting heavy evocation magic.
No, not detect magic. Identify.
Oh, I apologize.
You're good.
Roll me a D100.
Ah, yes, sir. Oof, that's a 22.
Also, I was incorrect. It's conjuration. It's a 22.
Yes, sir.
You start to cast this spell, and you go to speak, and nothing comes out. And for the next 3 rounds, you're unable to speak at all. "18 seconds passes quickly when you're not in combat, but
Yeah. Well, I'm still slapping a tree with my staff
Hey,
out of frustration.
I'm picturing him freaking out and trying to yell. Is that fair?
Well, it'll be a like a quick series of Tim trying to escalate. It's like right when he starts the casting and he goes to say it, and he just smacks a tree and just keeps walking, brooding until he just keeps doing silent vocal exercises until he can talk.
It's brutal.
All of a sudden, you hear fa la la. Tim. Okay, what was that? 20 seconds? 18? Yeah, well, this is like Tim talking to himself.
I'm sorry.
It's you're good. He's writing this shit down. Fine. She may have taken my voice away from me and hindered my spellcasting, but my true strength is always writing. Fuck her.
Oh.
I'm gonna scout ahead. I'm sure there's no more surprises.
Can I zip in here and ask a question? I've been
Yes.
trying to get up.
Of course.
Sure.
We, out of characterly, understand that we stop remembering Jules when we stop seeing him. Do we know this also in characterly? Like, does Cassidy know this, or just the player? Has anyone determined that? 'Cause I know you've mentioned it. I'm just not sure what context.
As soon as he is out of your sight, you lose all memory of him. I will say that you know about the piece of paper that you have, but who it's referring to, you don't know.
You're just gonna have to take our word for it that there's someone
Yeah.
named Jules.
Well, he has a
got
piece
the
of
name
paper
tag.
on. Yeah, he has
Oh,
a piece of
yeah,
paper
yeah.
on that says Jules. So Cassidy will be able to put 2 and 2 together, and you're going to remember that there's a piece of paper on you that is reminding you of something, but it's really frustrating.
But that specific factor, is any of us aware that it's the loss of line of sight on Jules that's
Oh yes,
causing this to
I
happen
think-
over and over?
Yeah, I said that you guys would have noticed that last session. I had
So
mentioned it. So
That
yes,
is in character.
Mhm.
So, Cass is going to think for a second and then say she's going to look up at Jules and his name tag, and she's holding her paper and say, "Hey, Jules,
yes.
why don't you walk in the front?"
Right, certainly. I could do that, and
Or try to, at least.
I can walk in the front. I don't know my way through the woods for anything, though. Somebody's going to have to walk alongside me so I don't get us
Right.
lost. And whoever wants to give us this roll of survival for the second half of the day, you will be side by side with Jules.
May
Go
I?
for it.
Seems like the natural choice.
You wanna? Oh, okay.
You was scouting ahead, right?
I was, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you are scouting ahead, right? Okay, understood.
Mhm.
So, I mean, you're moving fast enough to where they lose sight of you, aren't you? Or you're moving far enough ahead?
Yeah, I have my stockings on, and
Yeah.
I'll cast Longstrider again.
Okay. I was just making sure that you would be out of sight, so they're still like they're gonna have an idea of a general direction that you go in, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
have one of them roll survival.
Or,
So Tim didn't see your ankles.
Okay.
oh, that's true. I would have had to pull my pants out of my boots.
Yeah, mid to upper calf, maybe
Yeah.
like behind the knee, which is also a pretty sensitive area.
Oh, so you got real frisky.
Don't touch me in the pit of my knee. You may touch my knee, sir. We consent here, but we set boundaries.
Okay.
Well, I went ahead and rolled the thing, by the way, and got a nat 20.
Woo!
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Okay. Well, we were
Fantastic.
fucking.
That's okay.
We're bound to get some wins every now and then.
Wait, so is
Mhm.
Rarissa walking up front with Jules?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Rena's hanging all the way back then. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, the nothing to glean from running ahead, Ulrich.
Okay.
But they do catch up to you, which is surprising. Rarissa is able to lead them through. I will say those that are walking in back, you probably would get the idea that Rarissa has the sensation of something being right behind her.
Mm.
Kind of looks so maybe would Rarissa like look over her shoulder a lot? I don't want to speak too much for what she would do, but
She would probably have like her arms like this, like over herself, and just kind of like look every once in a while, and then just kind of like shiver and keep walking.
right. Okay. Gotcha. Let's see.
I went up ahead. Nothing to report.
You eventually reach the end of your day, and the rain is finally letting up. I got to ask, can anybody else hear the music?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I have an issue. I have to refresh mine. I think I know what happened. So, the night is on its way. The sun is on the horizon, slowly lowering and enshrouding you in the darkness of the forest. Unfortunately, because of the weather you've experienced today, there's been a shift in the terrain. Finding a place for the house isn't going to happen tonight.
Hut time.
I'm gonna
I
need you to
can't
roll
sleep
me
in the
a-
hut.
You can't?
It's risky. Especially with how many of us there are.
I can just keep it cold and you can bundle up. Skin to skin contact, that seems to be the problem. I touched your pant earlier, so that wasn't a problem.
That's true.
It's just your knee. It's pretty spicy.
Okay.
But I mean, we've got enough people here if you want to. You choose not to be in the dome or the hut. That's. I'm not going to argue. I'm just saying it is an option.
Go ahead and roll me a D100 as you cast for the hut.
Right. I'm going to try to cast the hut. I thought I had until I was like 50, you know? Oh, that's a 96.
Okay. You don't have any issue. You're able to cast Tim's tiny hut. who all is going to be inhabiting said hut? I'm going to say that the Goliaths are going to be outside, including us all.
How many people can the hut hold?
Total of 9? Let's
Was it
double
9
check that.
people?
9 comfortably, I believe.
9
Yeah.
creatures of medium size or smaller. If you have a larger creature or more than 9 creatures, it does not work. Fails.
Yeah. Rena, I will say that you are not soaking wet now that the
Mhm.
rain has stopped, but you are still damp. Your clothes are still wet. Doesn't seem like they're drying.
I'm gonna go sleep in a tree.
Don't slip. Sorry.
Considering what your goal is, you have climbed enough trees.
Okay.
I'm not going to make you roll to shimmy up a tree.
Okay. And when Tim makes that comment, she turns and it looks like she wants to smile, but she just shakes her head and goes and climbs up the tree anyway.
Do you mind if I join you up there? I'm sure there's enough room in a tree.
She looks at him for a brief second and then looks away and says, I think I just want to be alone.
Okay.
Everyone else doing is the hut is created, manifested, and I'm assuming someone's making a fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is the fire? It's usually outside of the hut, right?
Oh, it has to be.
Why not? That would be fun.
It just doesn't seem safe.
It
To
seems
roll
very
into the fire.
unsafe. Yeah.
I mean, let's see. Spell description. Let's read that fine print, right?
It just doesn't seem like a good idea. It keeps things in, like
DM
smoke.
rules.
It
It's
does.
fine.
It does, but it also says that the atmosphere inside the space is comfortable and dry regardless of the weather outside.
Yeah.
Doesn't say that anything can mess with that. So it's up to your ruling as far as I
Yeah.
can see, not the spell.
No, bad idea. I was just gonna say no.
Okay, DM. Honestly, I was just thinking in the context of drying our clothing a little faster, because if we're all going to be inside the dome and the fire's outside, then the dome is
Yeah.
comfortable, but not quite a heat source. That
Yep.
is all. Cassidy just wanted to get dry.
Understood. So, what's everybody else doing? Anything?
I have a question.
Yeah, certainly.
Do you want to go first, Ulrich?
I was just gonna ask again, our food situation. Probably don't need to go out foraging. Yeah.
No, I would say no.
Ulrich's gonna take the night off then.
That's fair. Go ahead, Cassidy. What was your question?
I know as the player that there is a spell, Remove Curse, that I could switch in to my spell casting list. But I don't know how to transfer that knowledge to Cassidy without being too meta. I mean, in this circumstance, would I just know that I could cast the spell I've never used before? Could it be something I could, ruminate on? Or something that would have to be told to me taught to me. Taught that I have access to it.
See, that's the weird thing about all of this, how it's just known knowledge.
Especially with the state of magic in Gatia being so other than us, not really common.
I mean, it's entirely possible to say that you know it, you just haven't used it in a really long time or something to that effect, no?
Well, we've been gaining power as we've been
Right.
adventuring, so I think it's fair to say she's never used it.
Right.
So how would she just inherently know? Because she's never had any other of her class to teach her the way things work either.
Well,
You could think of it more broadly, just as like this spell list is the things that your class can do if they try, rather than like really thinking of it as spells that you have learned, the way that it is for a wizard, you know?
Right.
yeah,
So
I
I
see it
can
as
just-
like innate knowledge,
Yeah.
sort of instinctual. As far as classes go, that are just they have that spell casting ability from the class. It's something that exists. If we were to do a traditional cleric class, let's say that it's something put in from the gods that they what do you call
Worship, revere.
worship, revere. Yeah, revere's the better word.
Venerate.
Venerate. That's the word. That's the one I wanted. So it's in there. Sort of, it's not necessarily on the top conscious level. It's almost subconscious, and you can become conscious of it. Tim, the way that I kind of wrote out, or in my head, the head canon was that, all right, well, he got Fireball. That's something that he's been working on, and one of the spells that maybe he worked from Firebolt, and he was able to find a pathway in his own logical mind to write a spell such as Fireball.
When I got Flame Blade, I don't know if anyone remembers that combat, but I had that Leaf of Sumac or whatever it's supposed to be. And I distinctly remember saying, "Holy shit, I didn't think that was going to work." And everybody being like, "What?" And I just kind of played it like maybe she was thinking about it or practicing it, whether like in her downtime or something like that. Up to you.
So it wouldn't be too unreasonable for me to say, wake up and be like, I want to try something.
Yeah.
Maybe the knowledge gets partially introduced to you during your time of meditation, which is when you would normally prepare your spells after a long rest anyway, right?
All right.
When
I
I
didn't
have
just
the
want to
best idea.
snap my fingers and be like, don't worry, everyone.
Yeah.
I've got
Yeah.
it.
I like this more too, honestly. It's
All right. Well, sorry for all that out of character discussion, but that's
No,
what I'm
it's
going to
good
do.
to have.
I'm gonna wake up kind of with the intent to try something to help with the enchantments.
Okay. Okay, understood.
He's furiously trying to figure out if remove curse will help us here.
Oh no, I have, trust me. I already have my. I have planned for this.
So he
He's
just let us do
waiting.
all of that just to dangle the carrot.
I thought that was really constructive conversation. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. I just sense this evil DM darkness looming in there. Like, oh, I'm glad you thought of all of this, because that reminds me of when someone tried to cast something and Matt Mercer was like, you don't roll for that.
Oh yeah,
And he
that
just
was
let him
sending.
go through the entire conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
Just a little DM malevolence.
Oh wow, all my folders are open now. What happened?
Player malevolence.
Someone cast knock.
There's some
Well,
fond
the,
memories with that spell.
Huh?
Fond memories with that spell.
Yes. All right. Well, who's gonna do a watch?
Brenna does not
Well,
want to go to sleep, so sorry.
If you want Cass to watch, I highly suggest First Watch.
Mm,
Alright.
She's willing to help out.
Cassidy,
Not
do
very
you
good at
want
waking
watch?
up. Yeah. You get some rest. I'll try to carry some weight for the night watches.
All right. I'll.
Okay.
So I'll sit by the fire for the first half of the night.
So it's Cass and Ulrich?
It's Cass and Rena.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ulrich
Cass
don't
and
need
Rena.
sleep.
I'm just staying up in the
Understood.
tree.
Sorry. Okay. You're within earshot if you want to call up and down to each other for conversation. But, okay.
All right. Hey, Rena. Are
Yeah.
you okay?
No.
All right. I'm coming up there, I guess. Cassidy's gonna walk over the tree and kind of try to psych herself up and... Okay, I'm gonna make an attempt to climb.
Yeah, I do want you to give me athletics or acrobatics to get up this tree because you do not climb trees.
I am quite aware, yes, but Cassidy just wants to help her friend.
Of course.
And her friend didn't notice, I guess, the complexities of what's about to happen. So what am I rolling again?
Athletics or acrobatics, whatever's higher for you.
Would be athletic. I am athletic. So I'm really nervous, but I'm psyching myself up. I go to climb this tree. I have a +6 to athletics. And I just rolled
You rolled a what?
a 20.
Oh. You make your own handholds in this tree.
Wow.
Just dig
Poor
your fingers
tree.
in.
Ouch.
Good thing that you guys can't speak with plants.
Or else they'd be
You're-
screaming.
You make your way up with great ease.
I'm just gonna sit by her for a second and be like, it's warmer by the fire. Even if, you might just feel a little better being warm.
It's still gonna be damp.
Maybe. Rather be damp and warm than damp and cold and being poked in the side by a tree branch. But you do you. Came up to make sure you're okay.
I mean, I'm not, but I don't think there's anything I can really do about it. I don't want to go to sleep tonight. I don't want to have nightmares again.
What if you keep losing energy? Losing the ability to go forward? And to fight?
Uthal can carry me, right?
He could, but that might be 2 less people in battle. I understand. We need you, and you do need to take care of yourself. I don't know what the answer is or when we're going to find it. But I don't want you to hurt yourself on top of all.
I get it.
I'm just going to take a second, look her in the eyes after I say that, and climb down back to the fire.
She,
Yeah.
she's still gonna, I think, stay in the tree, but she's, she's probably watching Cassidy. If Cassidy makes any more comments or anything, she'll respond, but it's You can tell she's really forcing it. But
I'm just gonna invest my effort into like drying my clothes. Now that I can take my armor off, that'll be a little easier.
Okay.
perception.
Shall I give a perception?
Yes, I would like you both to give me perception rolls.
And I'm at disadvantage for this, right?
Yes.
$18.
Okay.
8.
Rena? 8? Okay. Rena, it's really been rough. You're really not in much of a position to be focusing on anything right now. Cassidy, things go calmly. Perhaps the flash flood from earlier washed away any potential threats, at least for now. Is anybody going to take a second watch?
I'm not gonna wake Rarissa intentionally because I don't want to inflict her fear upon her while sitting by the campfire. So I think I'll go and try to wake Tim.
Okay.
Probably just because Ulrich takes a lot of watches.
Right. Makes sense. Tim?
Tim, I attempt to wake you.
I shoot up.
And I'll be like, hey,
Hi.
can you cover me for watch? I just would like to get some shut up.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Rena's
Is Rena-
outside up a tree.
Is she asleep yet?
No.
I don't think she's going to go to sleep.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try something with her. Okay. You go ahead and get some rest. Actually,
Alright.
I can't leave this dome, and she can't come in here. She wasn't here casting. All right, it'll have to wait until the morning. Can I give it a shot on you then?
Give what a shot?
I'm gonna see if I can figure out exactly what's affecting you.
Sure.
All right. I didn't think about
So-
it, but I can use the identify spell on you or anyone, and I can figure out maybe what spell, if any, is affecting you. This also could be some sort of ability that the hag has, so that would be a dead end. But let's see if I could even cast first. Oh, sorry, JT. Go on ahead.
No, you're fine. You gotta roll at the 100. This is your identifier, right?
Yes. I'm gonna cast it
Wait.
again.
Identify or detect?
Identify.
Okay.
At the very end, if you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
Okay.
And I'm going to use the once per long rest ability to make it instantaneous instead of ritual. Well, it's still ritual, but it won't take 10 minutes.
Right.
And I rolled a
All right.
44.
Okay. You cast this spell successfully. Whatever this is, it is some form of curse. There are complexities to this that despite all your studying, it's not that you don't understand them. They're just
Unfamiliar?
unfamiliar is not even the word. It's like a puzzle that's constantly changing. Like a Rubik's Cube where the colors randomly change on you. It looks like there's some sort of pattern. But what it is very chaotic and hard to grasp.
You see one of the most intense stares as Tim is casting this and working on trying to figure out what's affecting you. It's amazement and befuddlement at the same time.
Amidst the, you know what? Can you give me a roll with your spellcasting modifier, please? See if you could dig a little bit deeper on this.
So you want like Arcana?
Yeah, that'll do.
Oh, damn. That's a shame. The dice say maybe. That's a total of 14.
Total of 14. You're still not able to decipher whatever this pattern is, whatever these almost like interlocking spells. But you, in your head, you can hear very faintly while you're hyper focusing on this, you hear the slightest sound of laughter, unfamiliar laughter. You can't narrow down whose laughter, if it's someone specific, and it's very faint. It's just somewhere in the back of your mind.
Shift. Huh. Okay. Thank you, Cassidy. Sleep well.
Oh, I'll try. I'm not sure how easily I'll sleep after seeing that expression on your face.
Huh.
Wasn't exactly the most confidence-inspiring, Tim.
Honestly, I'm a little thrilled. I'm glad I've already had my rest, because if magic can get this complicated, whoo, man, do I have a world to look forward to.
Well, how happy for you. I'll just try to get some rest then. Good night.
Okay. Good night.
All right. Tim, are you going to try and get anybody else to get up with you for watch, or are you going to take this alone?
Rena's not going to sleep.
Right. Okay. Well, give me perception rolls.
Great. Oh, hey, that's not terrible. That's a 15 for me.
9.
It's better.
Your exhaustion. Your exhaustion is getting the better of you.
Level 2 now.
Come sunrise, yes,
Yeah.
if you're really going to stay up.
Oh, yeah.
In the corners of your eyes, in the corners of your vision, you're fighting sleep. Every now and then you can swear you see something. But nothing's there. Just your nightmares. Tim.
Yes.
It's a clear night, despite the torrents of the day. The sky is clear. And the moon shines down on your camp. And whatever hole is above you in the canopy. At least it's a pretty night. Nothing really going on, though. And as the sun begins to rise and your watch comes to a close, we're going to take a break.
Ooh.
Woo!
Yay.
All
Please.
kiss my ass.
Yeah, well, they were
Are we really?
Yeah, I pinged you like 15 times.
Oh.
So I,
Oh, well.
nice. Okay, well, we're back. Yeah, I don't get the notifications on Discord when we're live because I turned on my whatchamacallit. I turned on
Streamer.
OBS earlier. Yeah, that's alright.
I just realized, I didn't flip down my camera. Do you guys in live stream? Did you guys see me take a nap for 5 minutes?
Well, our away screen was up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and I think Sora is the only one who can actually see our cameras in live time.
Yeah, I
True.
can't live stream at all.
So I saw you take a nap.
That's, well,
I didn't actually see where you went.
My apologies, Sora. I appreciate you controlling the stream.
yeah.
I did not mean to not notice your message.
No, it's okay. I get it. Just because I'm a
However
chicken.
Where did you ping?
I pinged
Did you
you.
ping
I
me?
She
DM'd
messaged
him.
me on Discord, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm embarrassed. Everyone knows that I sleep now.
Oh my god.
Is that why you take so long coming back from
Huh.
break?
You're human.
I set a timer this time. All right,
Well,
I
that's
made an
good.
effort.
you got to be careful about those quick power naps because they'll fuck up your REM cycle.
Mm-hmm.
So just a heads up.
Fucking there, man.
Already there.
What's
Take
sleep?
a look around.
So far
Huh?
faster.
What's sleep?
What was that Lone Star you just referenced? Holy shit.
That song, I'm already there. Take a look around.
Oh, I've only ever heard Lone Star sing it.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I have a kitten
Congrats.
for everybody to see. He's so sleepy.
oh,
Wow. That is sleepy.
Boy.
Tell your cat we say pss, 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 pss.
Well, I'm mad at him right now because he pulled on his brother's tail, and now his brother's tail is limp. We had to take him to the vet today. He's okay.
Yikes.
It will be
Okay.
fine in 3 to 5 days. I didn't know that was a thing. So if anyone gets a kitten, fun fact, their tails are apparently not completely attached for like the first 6 to 8 months.
wonderful.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
That's horrifying.
Yeah.
That is.
So, anyway,
Anyway,
speaking
The
of
sun
horrifying, Rena.
rises. The sun rises. Rena, 2 points of exhaustion.
Ooh, I don't refill anything because I didn't sleep either.
That's correct.
So my HP is still... Thankfully everything else is fine, but my HP is down. Okay, I understand.
Cassidy,
Yes.
what does it look like when Cassidy swaps spells, for a lack of a proper way to phrase it?
Just probably concentrating quietly, just
Meditating?
inwardly thinking. I'm losing words.
Okay.
They're slippery.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
Because, just for everyone's knowledge, Cassidy's class is the Sage, which is just a reflavored cleric, because the world of Gatia does not have any gods controlling the domains within it. So Cassidy draws her power directly from the domains. Without
She's
the god
spiritual, but
intermediate.
not religious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So,
pretty
like-
good, actually.
Mhm.
I
like
wouldn't
that.
even say spiritual. I guess you could call it spiritual. Like,
Enlightened.
she just has a connection to her particular forte, part of the world, and that's being a smith,
Her morals. Yeah.
cleric of the forge.
She's really good at manifesting.
Okay.
So maybe normally, like at home, like maybe hammering on an item in the morning at the anvil, but in this case we'll just have to go for thinking ponderously.
Okay. All right. Well, you feel the with this focus, thinking about your friends and the situation they're in, it's like you find something within yourself that may help come forward. No voices to guide you. No light shining from above that has a disembodied voice attached to it. Just a feeling. And your spells are swapped.
Okie dokie.
What are we all doing as the morning greets you?
Am I still wet?
Yes, you're damp.
Yeah.
Clothes are wet, you're damp, and you're starting to smell the kind of like the wet dog smell. You're musty.
No.
Ew.
I don't like that.
Sleepy and stinky. Oh no.
Rena
I can help with
just-
one of those things.
Rena looks really disheveled.
Oh.
Cassidy's gonna go attempt to check on Rena, see if she's awake yet and how she's doing once she wakes up.
It's really obvious she hasn't slept. Bags under her eyes. Obviously, she's still soaked and now musty, apparently.
I'm just gonna be like, Rena,
Hmm.
you did the thing, didn't you?
I didn't sleep, no.
Well, I guess I don't really know what you're going through. But you look like crap.
Thanks.
Maybe you should start taking better care.
Yeah. Fucking tell her.
Fuck, dude. Get into
Tough
her
love.
before Ulrich has the chance.
She looks like she's actually about to cry.
Can you come down here? I want to try some.
Okay.
And I'm not sure I'll be able to get up a tree a second time in my life.
She's gonna climb down. She does look really upset now, though.
That wasn't the goal.
I like Brandon over there. Only real friends can look you in the eyes and tell you you look like shit.
Can I try a spell on you?
Are you just, like, healing me, or?
I have been thinking about everything we've been going through, and guess a spell just kind of came forward in my mind, and I want to try. It's more of a purification than a heal. It's I believe it's remove curse.
Do you have to touch me?
Oh,
I think that is a touch spell.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Range.
Oh, is it?
No. Touch. Range is touch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would,
Okay.
if I could maybe just set my hand on the back of your hand, or you could tell me what would be more comfortable.
Hand is fine. She doesn't know if anybody else's touch is going to burn her, so she's just kind of scared about that right now.
Oh, you know
So-
Tim's won't.
Right.
Bro.
That is valid.
We did
Oh.
science about it.
Rarissa too. You clung to Rarissa and didn't
Mhm.
get burned.
She hasn't touched Cassidy yet, so
That's true.
So Cassidy will just gently rest her hand on the back of one of your hands and
sir.
start casting.
Okay. As you begin to cast this spell, you are met with opposition. Something's pushing against you, pushing against the spell. I want you to give me, go ahead and roll a d20 with your spell casting modifier, please. So wisdom, right? I believe.
That would be a 22.
Okay. The curse removes. You're still wet, but I mean, you feel something come off of you. Something lifts.
I'm just looking at you and looking for some sign of like difference, recognition of that feeling. Rena,
Hmm?
I'm sorry I upset you. I hope you feel better.
It's okay. Everything's upsetting me right now.
It's one of those days.
I feel weird, but like different, not bad.
That's a step in the right direction, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go talk to Tim and see what he thinks. To check if it worked or not.
Okay.
So off I go.
She's off to see the wizard.
That's true.
Wow.
There are some who call him Tim. I'm going to go see Tim.
You find him.
So I was thinking, how much of what yes, how much of what Tim learned from identifying the magic off Cassidy last night did he share with her, if any?
You really just saw the impression that what he'd seen had made on him. He didn't
Okay.
really get too much to share. Nothing
Okay.
concrete.
Okay, so Cassidy is flying pretty much by her own intuition at this point, but I'm gonna switch to in character. I've been thinking about what's going on with us,
Okay.
trying to find a way, if I can, to help or to fix it. And a spell came to mind when I woke up this morning.
Oh,
And,
really?
I know Rena's been having a really hard time, so I asked her if I could cast it on her. So I cast Remove Curse on Rena, but I'm not sure how to tell if it worked.
She's still wet.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll have a look at her if I can. She's still in that tree?
She
No,
came down for me.
Wow. That seems like an awful lot of trust. That's wonderful. All right. Let's go take a look.
All right. What you gonna do?
I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna try for Identify because if I can get a closer look at that spell again, that'd be great. If it's still on her.
You know what to do.
31.
Okay. You're able to verbalize the spell. Looking at Rena, the enchantment aura doesn't seem to be there still. Not quite. It almost looks like there's a haze now. It's weaker.
Like there's residual magic there.
Yeah, there's still something holding on. But it's not as strong as it was previously.
Does it look complex like what I saw last night?
Yes.
Okay.
You
Can I
do
dig
see
into
that
that further?
continued pattern. Yeah, sure. Give me do the Arcana thing.
Okay, that's better. That's an 18.
18's very good. It is safe to say that the complexities of this curse that was bestowed upon Rena, it is, for one, it is very similar to the complexity you viewed on Cassidy. But you're able to get a more of a fix on it. This is just something you've never seen before. It is outside of your realm of knowledge. It might even be safe enough to say that wherever this came from, it didn't come from here.
Okay. But it still looks as complex, so I couldn't venture to say that it was a sort of layered effect and one of the layers is gone. It just, the overall effect seems to be diminished, but still
Right.
present.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
But, again, weaker. So.
Okay. I will relay that information. Whatever this remove curse spell was, it seems to have definitely helped, but it's not completely gone. I'm not sure how much you can cast it. But
Do you think it's worth trying on someone else? It made enough of a difference to try again?
maybe you should try it again on her. Figure out if maybe you can wholly eradicate it one at a time. And then we'll work on whatever knowledge we gain from these experimentations.
I think I could muster one more attempt at that.
Okay.
Rena, is it okay if I cast on you again?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh, same thing. Roll me the. Sorry, I thought you were gonna roll. Give me the D20 with the spellcasting modifier.
That's a 10.
10. Cassidy,
Yeah.
I need from you a wisdom saving throw, please.
Eight.
Okay. You watch as Cassidy touches Rena's hand and she's focusing, and all of a sudden this smile stretches across her face and she just starts to laugh to the point that she falls over on the ground. laughing and laughing and unable to stand.
I'm going to quickly cast Identify on her.
Give me a D100,
Yes, sir.
please.
Rena's recoiling from her
Oh.
after this.
So close.
What did you get?
68.
6. The enchantment magic that you saw surrounding Cassidy is now intense. It's like it's activated. Whatever glow enchantment magic shows you, whatever color, it's like a red. And it's
So I can't-
pulsing.
I don't know what spell's affecting her looking at this.
Hideous laughter.
And can I dig into the complexities again? Or no?
No.
Okay.
So imagine this puzzle, if you will, as a series of spell circles that are constantly turning like a gyroscope within each other at variable speeds. Right now, it is moving at a pace that you cannot even begin to pick apart. But you know this is hideous laughter.
Okay. I always thought her laughter was great.
Give me another wisdom saving throw, Cassidy.
Not at the moment. $22.
You snap out of it.
Am I like aware of what just happened to myself? Like, do I
Yes.
remember laughing and
Yeah, you lost control. You were not in control of yourself.
I'm just gonna stand there like,
Okay.
that was not me.
Yeah, that was a spell called Hideous Laughter. I guess maybe whatever. What do you call it? Obstacle lies in the way of trying to remove this curse or curses. You couldn't get past it this time.
Tim, you're an intelligent individual. I'm going to say that between what just happened and what you experienced last night when you identified her, that laughing you heard, it was Cassidy's laughter.
Whoa. Okay, hold on now. What does that mean? Is this more time bullshit?
Or I was laughing in my sleep.
No, you were awake when I cast it. Okay. Well, we learned some things. Good job, everybody.
Oh, that was exhausting.
Yeah,
Hope to try again tomorrow.
you're a real trooper.
Rena,
Mm-hmm.
as the sun hits you, you are feeling a little warmer. You start to get the feeling that you're drying.
Okay.
Okay. What are we doing, gang? Are we forging onward?
Progressing.
Yes, after just fucking watching all that go down.
Well, Tim will relay what's all that's happened and transpired to the entire group, covering the complexity of the magic affecting all of us and the mind-breaking implications of the laughter heard, and the progress made, as well as the setbacks. And then he will go on to see about continuing lessons with hope throughout the day.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me the D20.
Are we
I
just
believe
gonna
that's what
do?
we did last time.
Am I rolling with intelligence or just for flat d20? I can't remember.
It is a flat D20.
Not much progress made today. That's a 4 total.
Let me just double check. Yeah, how much for?
Mhm.
It's a lot on your mind. It's understandable that you're not gonna have she's not gonna be able to absorb everything.
Mhm.
Okay, please, friends, somebody, give me a survival roll.
I'll do it.
Do it.
It is in our best interest. Ooh. 15.
Okay, a 15. Good. Good.
I rolled a 6. I was concerned.
Rena's hanging really far in the back. My speed is halved.
Yeah.
You didn't sleep again?
From
That puts her at
yeah,
2.
yeah, exhaustion 2. I was at 1 already. And I went a whole night without
Right.
sleeping. Yeah.
Right. Oh, right. I apologize.
It's okay.
You. Here, a moment.
Uh-oh.
Your group is traveling and you come to a very shallow river. Very shallow. Like, at this point in the river, you're maybe ankle deep. Nothing to concern yourself with. As you approach it, the sound of soft steps can be heard in the grass just behind you all as you start to progress forward. Whoever of you would look. Looking behind you, you see the familiar sight of one of Lilius's verdant stags. And right next to it, Lilius herself, looking burned, singed, almost a sense of weakness in her stance. When you cross that stream, you will no longer be in my woods. My influence does not reach where you go. The summer court fiends, Pyre and Cinder, have captured Marlena, and are keeping her from her duties. Please take this information and do something good with it.
Cinder and
Pyre.
Fire.
She weakly pulls herself up onto the stag and takes a deep breath before she nods to you all.
Take care of yourself, Lilius.
You all as well. Safe travels, Measure. I hope our paths cross again. Remember, 3 times in my forest, Bright Tree Forest. She offers a weak smile, and the stag rides off.
She just give us a name for her forest?
Mhm.
Yep.
Bright tree.
Yeah, she didn't give me a name before. I guess she came up with one. It's nice.
Guess she did.
She'll be okay.
She looks like she went to war for that information.
Yeah.
Are there
Well-
rocks? Oh, sorry.
We're not the only ones fighting, I guess. And go ahead, Rena.
Are there, like, rocks that I could step on to cross the stream?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, she's purposely stepping on the rocks instead of the water.
You are dry at this point, by the way. as this has taken a lot of your day traveling. That role represented a lot of travel. And at this point in your travels, you're still a day away, but without too much effort, you can see the top of the spire above the tree line that is within range of the village of Greystand.
So the village is closer to us and the spire is farther away, right?
Yes.
So we're 1 day away from the village?
Yes.
Do we have enough energy to keep going today, or are we going to settle down again for the night?
What time is it about now?
Mid-evening. The sun's heading towards the horizon.
So if we're
And then-
close enough to the village, I know these woods pretty well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Am I confident that if we stopped now, we would reach Grey Stand by the end of the next day? Like, if we stopped now and left at dawn, we would reach Grey Stand by the end of the day?
Yep.
Okay.
Ulrich,
Yeah.
do you rangers have any sort of marking system for the forest?
Yurko had not thought of that, but it would make sense. JT,
Yeah.
what do you think?
Yeah, no, it would make sense.
Okay.
I
Yep.
suggest if you do that we leave some sort of marker that you and the other rangers could recognize, as this was the sort of boundary between what we know as our forest and apparently Lilius's. So that was the request we had asked of her before just left her area, her territory. We could know a point in which to go back into it. I think that would be beneficial to everyone. Future.
Do we want to make camp here by the river?
I don't think it would hurt. Brenna can get herself some fish, maybe, if she can manage to catch anything.
If it's deep enough.
She's exhausted at this point.
And if she wants to go anywhere near it.
It's true.
I don't.
Well,
I could try and catch fish again. It wasn't real deep, right?
it might not be deep enough for fish.
If it's an ankle deep stream, you said. There might be something, they'd probably be small.
Maybe some snails or some crayfish.
Or some frog.
Well, the river has to come from somewhere. There might be a deeper body of water further upstream.
Do any of us recognize him when he speaks up?
Tim, this is an unfamiliar voice to you.
That's what I was waiting
Oh
on.
no!
We didn't specify Jules being in the front of day's travel.
I think that was an assumed thing, though.
Yeah.
You are correct, dear stranger. And where do you hail from?
Oh God, there's
Tim, there's a piece of paper. Yes.
Thank you.
You're going to have to be a
but
lot
which
more
one?
specific than that.
Pocket. He's
Tim-
pointing,
Oh,
Just read that.
are you guys wizards too? What the fuck? No, this is my handwriting. Okay. This is very odd.
Tim,
Someone
we were
drug me?
Tim, do you remember the hag? You became very familiar with her.
Oh yeah, the bitch I'm gonna run a pike through.
This is one of the reasons why. This is Jules, who's been with us for a while.
Yeah,
We cursed him.
what
Everyone
the note
forgets
says.
about him. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, if this is
Sorry
the consensus.
We've been through this quite a few times, you understand?
Oh yeah, I've got a little note down here saying we had to talk to Cassidy quite a few times about it.
And Rena.
Yep, and that too. Okay.
I'm gonna
So
make
you
a
know
mark.
Marissa, huh?
But while all this is going on, Ulrich's gonna step away. He's gonna get some. He's going to go through the river and look for stones that he could pile up into a marker. He's gonna try to mark the river as the border between the Iris Forest and the Bright Tree Forest.
Easy enough to do. Might take you a few minutes to. Well, no, it's a river. River's stones. You could manage it quite easily. Yeah, definitely. Anything in particular he would do, like, or how he would make this marker, like a particular shape, or
Stone stacks, kind of on either side. Is there? I mean, there's not like a super recognizable footpath or anything. I take it.
No, not really.
Okay, well, then it's gonna be pretty arbitrary. But he's gonna set a little stone pillar on either side, probably each one up to like his knee, and set them on this side of the river. And you know what? 2 more on the other side of the river. Fuck it. And just kind of frame this border. And then I hope I don't forget, but I would like to try to mark the path from here to Grey Stand, so that we could, to show
Mark
the
it
other rangers.
how? More stones?
Probably cut some trees.
Okay.
By a better way. They're not
That's
permanent.
what I envisioned when
yeah.
we were when it was mentioned. So okay. All right. Well, the sun shortly after sets. You've still got some food left over. You're starting to run low, though. It's a good thing that you got so much food early on, because by the time you get to Grey Stand at this pace, you'll be out. So.
I know it's not my forte, but can I try to forge?
You have enough food. It's if you take longer than another day that you'll run out. But if you would like to forage, sure, go for it. You give me a survival roll.
We're at the edge of what we have, and we have safety of the evening.
It's a good time to stock up. If I have time after my little art project to still forage, I would.
I would say that you could manage something. You might not be able to take the full advantage of your feature because of the time left. I mean, unless you're going to go out and be out in the pitch black dark looking for berries.
Could I ask? Maybe I could roll at disadvantage to see how I do.
Yeah, that's fine. You can both give me survival rolls. I'll go ahead, Cassidy. What do you got?
17.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that you're not overly skilled in foraging. You don't do it too often, but you find enough for about 4 people.
My disadvantage hurt.
Yeah, what'd you get with that disadvantage?
I got a 13.
Do you have inspiration?
I do, but I'm not going to use it on this.
Okay.
Cassidy already found something. There might be something really important still.
What was your roll? 14? Is that what you said?
13.
13. Not horrible. You don't find as much as you normally do. You maybe find half, which, to be fair, is enough for a group. So
yeah.
but you notice, like, oh, I could have done better than this.
Mhm.
Maybe that's something he thinks about. I don't know.
Oh yeah, all the time, constantly.
Right.
Any guidance as to what the forage is this time? I just wrote down Iris Forest forage.
Nuts and berries, and you can even find some chicken of the forest, I'll say, because you're by a river.
Hey.
Chicken of the forest being a yellowish mushroom that grows on trees and can be cooked and tastes like chicken, apparently, from what I hear.
Well,
Funnest
will-
of guesses.
he'll use his cloak. He'll bring everything. He'll make a little food pile for everyone to pick at as they see
Mhm.
fit.
Okay. Anybody doing anything in particular before things continue?
Oh, gonna have a sit down with Rena.
Okay.
She's probably off to the side somewhere, like just sitting down with her knees up and just watching everybody. So,
Gonna try and call Rarissa over too. Maybe her sister can get through to her better than I can. Otherwise, Cassidy would be the best next option, but she's out foraging. So let's get Rarissa and Tim to talk to Rena. Have a heart-to-heart intervention.
I was about to say fucking intervention.
Marissa would go over and like sit down opposite side.
It's
Yeah.
what's going on?
I can tell you what's not going on. You're not sleeping. You want to talk about it?
You want to talk about it, champ? Sorry.
You don't want me to take my sister's approach to this, all right? Just work with me here.
I'm not sleeping. You're right.
You need to sleep. We all need you to sleep, actually.
I know. I mean, I did okay today. I'm okay.
Doesn't change the fact that we all, obviously, care about you. You're important to us. Ulrich, Rarissa, Cassidy, Jules, Hope.
Who's
Me.
Jules? You don't remember Jules?
All right.
That guy over there.
Yeah.
I don't know who that
Whoever
is.
that guy is.
All right. Well, you know what? I didn't say Jules then,
Okay.
because I wouldn't have remembered him. I'm gonna put some emphasis on Hope. We're trying to teach her a lot of things. Language first and foremost. Communications. Hence, this conversation here.
Right.
Do you know what's gonna happen if you don't get any sleep, Rena?
I'm gonna be tired.
Continuously go without sleep. You're gonna go into a permanent sleep, and there's no getting out of it.
I know you don't want to have any dreams like that again. None of us really do. But I'd rather hold you through a bad dream than see what happens when you don't sleep.
Whatever dreams may come, whatever issues we have to face in the waking world as well, we've got each other. You can count on us. And we want to be able to count on you. So please, Rena, try to sleep tonight. Whether it's in the tree or in the hut. You want to build yourself a basket and sleep in it. I don't care. But we need you. We want you to stay with us. We got to make it through this fight. We've got a couple fights at least to get through.
I'll try.
Thank you. I'm going to go and try and catch you some fish.
She's gonna
Sing.
take her net out of her pack and hand it to him. Just be like, good luck.
Yeah, you know what? My magic's not even a guarantee at this point. I'll take the net. Thanks.
Oh. Go ahead and just give me a survival roll, Tim. You're going off to do this right now?
Yeah.
All right, give me a survival roll.
Oh, thank you. That's a total of 18.
Man, net's pretty efficient. You catch, catch 3 fish.
I had a thought,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to do that.
All right.
But, no, we'll save it for happier times. Pranks can wait.
Oh.
What can wait?
Pranks.
Do it.
Do it. Do it.
Pranks.
Pranks.
Yeah, I just.
Yeah.
That might actually lighten
Right,
the mood.
it's the perfect time. It'll help.
Well,
Bring
it's
laughter
likely
and
Tim
joy.
would seek Marissa's opinion on it. So if he gets her approval for it, he'll probably give it a shot. Actually, he'll probably just hand you the fish and say, "Here, you do it." She'll blame me.
You're right.
All right.
Bring 2 of the fish to Rinna. I don't know how you like them cooked, so
She
I
does.
think I'd probably just burn them. I'll let you have at it.
Fuck.
I'm good for tea. That's about it.
Yeah, I'll cook them up. I'm not too hungry right now, but I'll eat a little bit.
Oh, you should definitely eat regardless if you're hungry or not, especially how long you've been awake.
Yeah.
It's gonna help. Trust me.
All right. So we're gonna move along a bit here. I do want to know. I know 2 things. The first one being, is Rena gonna sleep tonight?
She's gonna try. I don't know how quick or
Give me a
effective.
con save.
Okay. It's a total of 9 again.
You quote unquote try, but you don't have to. As soon as you're horizontal, you're out.
Okay.
Who's going to be doing watches tonight? Let's do it this way.
Yeah.
Who's first watch?
Alaric will take it.
Anybody else?
I'll stay with Ulrich.
Second watch?
Tim will take second watch.
Okay. For those of you that have watch, it's an odd night. There's a clear difference between the irised forest and bright tree forest, and you can't quite put your finger on what it is, but you know things aren't going to be easy moving forward. I mean, not that they have been this whole time, but There's going to be an extra layer. Something's coming. Tim, before your watch, during your slumber, it's another day on the farm. Rows upon rows of crops. Obviously that they're long past due to be picked. And your perspective is an odd, disembodied perspective. No real control, just kind of watching. In the distance, you see your siblings walking down the road led by Theovrin. They look to you as you approach, looks of sadness on their face. Theovrin speaks up as you approach. About time you showed up. Come on, we gotta go. They continue their march down the road, keeping close together, heading further into town, heading north. You eventually find yourself at Whisper's home, and in the graveyard directly next to it, standing over two freshly made graves, already refilled with soil, and a headstone over each one reads Tom Tobias Thomas, and the other Elizabeth Gray Thomas. As you all stand at these graves, something compels you to look back at your siblings who are standing behind you, you kind of in the middle of this group. The eyes, the faces that look back at you are not the same. They're gaunt, pale. Their eyes are milky. Why'd you leave, Tim? We needed you here. I'm worried about saving a bunch of kids instead of your own family. The twins grab hold of you and push you back, sending you onto your father's grave, to which hands erupt from the ground and hold on to you, holding you to the ground. And the last thing you see before waking up from this nightmare is your family descending onto you. Then darkness and the sound of crunching and chewing. And then you wake up. Your watches go without occurrence. The morning comes. You wake. Someone give me a survival check. Not Ulrich, because he just did one.
Can I
Question.
do it?
Hold on. I'm going to say yes. There was a question, though. Let me answer the question first.
Am I just down back to 1 exhaustion?
Correct.
Does my health refill or no?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Okay, that's it. I'm good.
You acquire the benefits of a long rest, but you
Okay.
go from 2 to 1 exhaustion.
Okay.
Go ahead, Cass, please.
Six. Sorry. I tried. My well-behaved dice.
So, you travel through the forest. It is a familiar forest. You all have a lot on your shoulders, though. Maybe that's what slows you down. It's not so much not knowing the way, but this mixture of wanting to get home combined with this fear of what are you going to find? What else could go wrong? It's daunting. It's a different kind of intimidation that you feel from going up to fight an enemy. This is unknown. Your travel is very slow. But in time, you break the tree line on the far side of Triple T Farms crop fields. The village before you, nearly a month you've been gone. It's quiet. You're home.
Do we get our map?
I'm running to the farmhouse.
You can get your map, yes.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Let me find it. It's been so long.
He
I'm
only,
gonna
like,
take off after Tim so he's not.
Where's
Jerry!
Oh my god! Jerry!
Tell me Jerry's still alive.
Jerry, that's what we care about.
You're going straight for the farmhouse?
Oh, yeah.
You definitely passed Jerry on the way to the farmhouse.
I'll give him a gleeful hello as I'm running past.
That's
Hey.
the best thing that could have happened.
In response.
Is Renna still away from the main group? I feel like she's either been kind of off on her own or attached to Rarissa these past couple of days.
I gotta be honest, the second this tree line is breaking and, like, we can see into the farm, she is running to whatever house is closest. Whether it's
Oh,
mom...
that would be the farm.
No, like...
Of your list. I
family,
apologize.
Alright,
So,
fair enough.
So wait, who are your targets?
either mom, Lennar, or River. Whatever house is closest. Or the tavern.
That would be. You said Lennar, Mom, or the tavern?
Or River, yeah.
Was it or River? I will say that your house is closest.
Okay, that's where she's going.
Okay.
Running.
It's a long run across these fields.
Tim ran to his house first, though.
Yeah,
Yes.
he is running in between the rows, though. All right, he's not stepping on crop. Make note of that.
He's not a monster. All right. So, what are the rest of you doing? Tim's running towards the house. Renna's going to her house. Renna's clearly going in a different direction.
I chased after Tim.
Okay.
Is Renna going somewhere, like, out of sight?
Probably.
I mean, yeah, you would lose sight of her. She would have to run through some of the trees
Okay.
in order to veer off. I mean,
Aleric's
honestly,
calling out just loud enough for everyone. Hey, let's not split up. Let's... Fuck. God damn it. And he is using his primeval awareness.
Okay.
And would have heard that.
Give me a second. Let me double check.
He had tried to get it so that everybody could hear it, yeah.
When Tim will stop after hearing that and see that not everyone's following, he'll run back to Ulrich. Usher for Cassidy to join it.
Yep, I'll follow.
I rolled real high on wisdom.
Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Let me check one more thing before I speak. Okay. Elementals, the usual.
Okay. And that's it?
Yes.
Remember when you sensed a dragon? I do.
Yeah, what was that about?
I mean, you don't sense it
Anyway.
right now.
Yeah.
Renna did not come back. She is going to her house. She is on a mission.
Okay.
So,
So.
Ulrich
and
looks
Larissa-
pissed.
Okay, Ulrich, then where are you going?
Hmm.
Fine, let's split up. Tim check on your family. They're right there. And Ulrich's gonna go after Rena.
Hey, after you catch up with her, we need to meet up at the tavern. All right.
As soon as
So
possible.
yeah, do whatever you got to do there. I got to check. And right after I'm done there, I'm going to grab some stuff and I'll meet you at the tavern. Then we're going to get an itinerary together. Prep.
If something happens, cast that spell that makes a really loud noise.
Yeah, if I can. Thank you, Ulrich, for keeping your head in all this. I'm sorry I lost mine.
Rarissa, where are you going?
She's gonna go to the apiary.
Wait.
Okay.
Fuck! Isn't that like outside of town?
It's not outside of town. It's just
No.
as far as you can get from outside of town.
Rarissa,
Is
do
that
you...
within line of sight?
No way in hell is that within line of sight.
What are we? Gotta get fucking picked off the moment we get back here.
Does Rarissa announce that? She's going somewhere separately from everyone else? Or can we figure that out from context clues?
We could just see her going this different direction. I presume.
Yeah, I rolled high on that. All right, fuck it. Come on, Cassidy. We're going to the wherever Rarissa's going.
Okay.
So you're not going to the farmhouse?
Not first.
No, we don't need to. I mean, possibly have lost our families. Don't need to lose anyone.
Right. Okay. Let me check my reference sheet.
He's gonna go through the list of people who are dead.
Maybe.
Thanks for that.
Oh, it's been held over my head for the past, 3 months.
You go to your house. What do you do?
Open the door.
It's locked.
Go through a window.
Easy enough.
Okay.
You don't have glass.
Right. Shouting for Mom.
No answer.
Gonna check the rooms.
Empty.
All of them.
All of them. Nobody is here, is what I mean. I don't mean like there's no furniture or anything. I mean no people.
She's just gonna take a really deep breath and then try to put a hole in the wall with her fist. Maybe.
Give me an unarmed attack roll. D20 plus your strength.
Have I caught up with her at this point?
I'll probably.
I don't want to let
yeah.
her try to punch down a door.
I'm sure you clambered into the window soon after she did. She's just punching the wall. She's not
Yeah.
punching a door.
Yeah.
Rena.
Rolled an 18 to punch the wall.
I mean, you fucking hit the wall, but it fucking hurts.
Rena. You could see that he wants to reach out and grab you, and he stops himself every time. Rena, please just take a moment and just get our heads straight about this. Okay?
I need to find my mom.
I know you do. How's your hand? Are you making a lot of progress?
Probably doesn't look like it, huh? It hurts, but I need to find my mom. We need to find out where our families are.
That's what we're doing here. But we got back into town, and immediately everybody split up. And we don't know the situation. We know something's wrong, but we don't know what's here. We don't know what's going to find us. We have gone too far and gone through too much to lose our heads now and fuck it all up. So, please, Rena. Your mom hasn't answered your calls. I didn't see anybody else in the streets. Tim ran one way, Marissa ran another. Your sister's out somewhere.
I don't know why she didn't come here first. Where did she go?
I think she went to the aviary.
Okay.
Rena, I'm sorry. I know how much this sucks. I really do. I really, really do. I mean, I don't have family the same way you do, but I care about the people here. So, I know how difficult this has been. Past few days especially, but please.
Let's go. Let's just go.
As you go to leave, I want both of you to give me a dex saving throw, please.
Oh, yikes.
I should have retired this die already. It's the one you made for me, JT.
Oh, the one that was doing so well and you stopped rolling it because it was doing well?
Yep.
Well?
Yep, it is not rolled above an 11 tonight. I've got a total of 7.
Maybe you shouldn't have offended its honor.
I guess so.
I got a nat 20.
Hey. Nice.
Ulrich, the arrow flies past you and right into Rena's thigh. You take 8 points of piercing damage and you hear, "You're not going anywhere." And you hear the tensing of a bowstring. Marissa, Tim, Cassidy, you're going to the apiary.
Yep.
Okay. Marissa, what are you looking for? What are you doing?
As they approach it and stuff, she'd probably be like, I know coming here probably doesn't make much sense. Would be here.
What is she? Wait, say that again. What is she looking for?
She wished that she would look at like Tim and Cassidy and be like, I know coming here
okay.
probably doesn't make much sense. No one would be here. And she'd
it's
go
the
into like
apiary.
she'd go into there and see if she could find like anything that Anthea might have left behind in the apiary that might help them out right now.
You rush in and you hear someone cry out in surprise, and a sword is raised and they back up. Don't come any closer. And Hadrian is holding a short sword out at you. And there is no roll needed. He is terrified.
Hey, what are you doing in the apiary? She would like have her hands up.
No. No. Don't you act like you're them.
Adrian? We are them.
What's your AC, Marissa?
14.
He lunges at you with the sword and manages to miss. just barely missing you. He stumbles in the process and immediately tries to correct himself, but he's backing himself into a corner.
Can I try to knock the short sword out of his hand with my mace?
Sure.
Just regular old roll to hit?
Yeah.
Getting that would be a unnatural 20.
Yeah, when he corrects his footing and starts to back up, he raises the sword again, and as the tip points towards whoever's closest, you just bring your mace around and knock it right out of his hand.
Try to do so with as little violence and destruction as possible.
Right. Well, and you find too when you connect, like he had such a firm grip on that thing that the vibration of the blade was enough to like cause him to like let go, like sort of like a pain from the reverberation. And he cries out and just kind of backs up into the corner, looking for something, anything.
I'm just going to say to him, as calmly as I can, it is us. We're back.
Give me a persuasion roll.
I'm going to continue. I'm sorry it took so long. Be a 21.
Ooh. He is looking at all three of you, panicked, and his breathing, he's just he says, "Prove it. Cut yourself. And he's like making like this motion with his hand, like he's cutting his hand.
I'm just going to look at Tim with my arms crossed.
Easy enough. Marissa, a dagger, please.
You know, Orissa would hand him a dagger and take another one of her own and just like slice with a wince.
Okay.
Same here. And then I'll hold out my hand for him to see.
Mm-hmm.
You remember all those tables and desks you've made for me? How I kept coming to you with different alterations, asking for them to be more and more complex, little drawers and compartments.
He is staring at you as you speak, and he looks at your hands, and his breathing starts to slow for a minute, and then his breath just hitches in his throat, and he starts to cry. And he sits on the floor in the corner with his face in his hands. I'm sorry. I thought you were going to kill me. I didn't think it was you.
Adrian, it's fine. We don't know what happened while we were gone, but clearly something honestly, I came here hoping to hold off whatever bad news we were going to find for a little bit longer, but I'll take this. Tell us anything you can, please.
He nods, but he takes a minute.
And I get down there and try to console him.
Mm-hmm.
Very gently.
Yeah, she would kneel down in front of him too, while she's talking to him.
Well, you guys
put a
are
hand
focused on
leg
him.
if you would.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm just going to try to keep watch while you guys are focused on him.
Okay. He takes a moment, takes a few deep breaths. You're walking around. Not you, but things that look like you?
Like our group specifically?
He nods. Whatever's going on at that tower, it's started to spread. And it's starting to get into the north side of the village. You were only gone for a short while when you left, and then you came back and everything seemed fine, and then the forest started to change. And he looks at you, Rarissa. He says, and then you killed Donald. Or not you. The other you. There was a big fight. People died. Everyone got separated. I've been hiding here. I sneak out and try and find food when I can, but I can't go out by myself. There's creatures out there. Weird plant creatures. I came here to see about fixing the bee boxes, and that was when I just got stuck here. And he's wiping the tears from his eyes. So many people died.
Done well to survive, Adrian. Very proud of you.
Just kind of hangs his head and sniffles.
I hate to ask this right now, but why'd you have us cut our hands exactly? What happens?
What? They don't bleed.
Can you do it for us?
Yeah. And he pricks his finger, and red blood, crimson blood just comes pouring out.
Okay. Can I just incite the fact that he said that they don't bleed, just to double check that too?
Sure.
Okay.
Of course.
Make sure if what he said is happened.
Okay.
I rolled an 18.
Looks like he's telling the truth.
Okay.
We managed. Someone I saw during the fighting, they managed to land a blow on one of them, and it was like the plant creatures. It was like there was just leaves and branches or something underneath their skin. They wouldn't bleed. And they weren't reacting when they were injured. They just kept going.
Well, Adrian, we've returned. It's It's really us. And we've also got some help. We're going to set things right. Yeah. We've got these guys called Goliaths. They're really tall, strong, fearsome warriors. There's one called Tree Twister. And if he can twist a tree, I'm sure he can wrench up these imposters made of vines. There's hope yet.
He chuckles just a little bit.
Welcome
Nods.
to come along with us.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
You might want to pick up your sword again. Just maybe don't aim it at us this time.
Oh, no. Okay. He stands up, grabs the short sword, and stays close.
She would look around the apiary before they decided to move on and stuff like that and be like, do you know if there's any supplies left? Have you had to use stuff?
Well, there's no more honey. I had to eat something if I could. The days I couldn't find something close by. But I didn't use any of the supplies, though. What were you looking for?
And they kept a lot of flowers or herbs and other stuff. I was just going to pick through and see if anything would be useful.
Oh, well, it's probably still there.
If you'd like, I'll join you in looking.
She would nod to Tim. You don't know as much as you do.
I'd say you probably have a pretty good handle on your flower. Sell yourself short. We each have our strengths.
As you search through the apiary, you know where Anthea kept things. It's easy enough to find. Most of what was left behind has dried out, died. It's been a month, at least, since you've been home. But these are also not things that are too hard to find around the village itself.
GT,
Yes.
I rolled investigation.
Yes.
Got a total of 23.
Okay.
Might they have collected any blushing bride flowers in here and not really realized it?
One.
Okay.
I'll say one.
I'll add that to my stock.
Before I go back to Ulrich and Rena, do you all have a direction?
We're going to head to the tavern. Unless Garissa knows exactly where her sister might have gone, we head there.
Right. Okay.
Amber, how's
Well,
the hand
knowing
raised?
Yes, Cassidy?
I was just going to say at the beginning of the investigation that while they were taking care of the search, I was going to offer some of my foraged food to Hadrian, because he's mentioned a few times how he's hungry.
Yeah, of course he would gladly take some food from you. He thanks you profusely. It is quite clear, while he's managed to stay alive, he hasn't eaten very well.
I've given him, let's say, at least 2 portions of some fresh berries and nuts and chicken mushrooms.
Mm-hmm. Back.
No.
Hmm?
I was going to say, Rissa would actually look at Tim and Cassidy and be like, all right, do we want to go to the tavern or do we want to go to my house where I know that's where Rena went, knowing what we know now?
I told Ulrich that we should all meet at the tavern. So we should probably go to your house first. Double check that they're not there, and then we can go to the tavern. I imagine the house is on the way to the tavern.
They're
For the most
right
part.
next to each other.
Okay. Well, perfect.
Okay, well, then yeah, we can pop in and then go to the tavern.
Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah.
Back at the Everhart home, the tensing of a bowstring is heard as from the shadows a white dragonborn female aims her arrow at you, Ulrich, and from behind you, you hear the unsheathing of a blade as a female half-elf with long, curly blonde hair comes into view, a rapier drawn. I'm going to end session right there.
Well, never mind.
That is Sybil and Virintalos.
Mm-hmm.
Wait!
I hope
What?
we're-
Okay,
Hold
well,
on.
They can still
There we
hear
go.
us, right?
There we go.
Guys.
Yeah, they can hear you guys.
All
They can
right,
hear me now.
awesome.
We're fine. Sorry.
Okay.
Whoopsie.
It's okay.
And break.
Thank you all so much for coming and watching us tonight. We will be back next Tuesday for our last Roll20 not in-person session before our in-person session. So, woo!
Woo.
All
That
right.
was- I'm excited. Sorry. This was a heavy session.
Yeah.
Tim's
Well,
stream
thanks-
got me.
You went hard on Tim.
Yeah.
I did. Well,
He's on.
everyone, thank you so much. We appreciate all of you. I can't wait for next week so we can see what else is going on in the village of Greystand because you're home.
mhm.
All right.
This will be posted as a VOD on what day?
I don't know. Maybe on Thursday. Maybe I just want to wear another fucking the chicken suit again next week. But it should be Thursday at 9 a.m. So
I
What are
think
you
you
gonna
do want to wear it.
add? Yeah,
I probably a wig. I'm thinking.
wig.
I have a
Is
really long purple or a really long pink wig.
Is it all
And
just
this
gonna
is-
stack?
Yeah.
So this is the wig and
Okay.
bra and chicken.
Yes.
Okay.
Compounding punishment. Wow.
Yeah.
Where else
So-
are you going to find this kind of entertainment, folks?
That's
So the VOD should be posted on Thursday at 9 a.m. for you all to watch again if you missed anything or just want to watch it again. The audio portion will be posted on Friday on Spotify and other major podcasting platforms. And this Friday is also DM sessions. Oh, it's me. It's going to be me. Yeah, it's going to take some thinking. Anyway,
Just you?
for DM sessions, it's usually just me, but I always invite everybody to come and hang out. So,
I'll be
Right.
around in chat.
you know, yeah, feel free.
All right.
I usually paint minis or something like that. But anyway, thank you so much. We love you, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Yeah!